If a member of a K-pop group gets tangled up in a scandal and ends up leaving the group, it's very common that they get removed from a lot of content following their departure. Not a lot of groups decide to re-record their entire discography like Stray Kids did when Kim Woojin left the group in 2019. Woojin decided to depart from the group and the agency due to personal reasons, and because his departure was so out of the blue, Stray Kids and the company had to work extremely hard to change their music so it would fit the remaining 8 members. Stays who were already fans back in 2019 and witnessed Woojin's departure surely remember their comeback with Klee Levanter getting postponed. The album, scheduled for release on November 25th of 2019, was released 2 weeks later on December 9th. When the album was released, none of the songs contained Woojin's voice and he was nowhere to be seen in the music videos for Levanter, an astronaut. It must have been a wild time back then for Stray Kids because just in 2 weeks they had to rearrange absolutely everything. Since 2019, Stray Kids have released 2 compilation albums, SKZ 2020 and SKZ 2021, which contain re-recorded tracks from their earliest albums that still contained Woojin's parts. Not a lot of groups do this, which is why it's considered one of the most permanent cases where a member gets erased from the group's history. Another massive case that was followed by thousands of people happened in 2022 when HYBE editors were scrambling to edit Le Seraphim's Kim Ga-ram out of the group's projects and material as a result of her scandal. On July 20th of 2022, Ga-ram departed from the group and the agency after she was accused of hurtful behavior during her middle school days. Immediately after her departure, the company began to edit her out of Le Seraphim's material. Ga-ram's name was quickly deleted from the member introduction page, and the group's profile pages across various Korean profiles sites were changed as well. The trickiest material to edit was the group's documentary, The World Is My Oyster, but netizens quickly found out that HYBE's editing skills are on another level. Since the document showed how the group was formed and how the girls grew until they ultimately debuted, it contained a lot of footage of Ga-ram. The girls filmed a video standing in front of a TV which showed the countdown to their debut, and even though Ga-ram must have been in the original footage, the new footage looks as if she was never there. One netizen wrote, "The editing team has to change their documentary about their time as trainees so that the person who was kicked out doesn't appear at all. They have to put their hearts and souls into the CG work." Many netizens wondered how exactly they managed to erase Ga-ram so effortlessly, but criticized the company that, despite what happened, they pretended like Ga-ram never existed. 2022 was a really bad year for girl groups. Ga-ram left Le Seraphim and Nmix. Jinny's sudden departure from the group left many of the fans shocked and confused as to what exactly happened. Even though the official statement about Jinny's departure said she decided to leave due to personal reasons, a lot of people grew suspicious when the company began deleting her from the group's content. Curious netizens noticed that the number of posts on Nmix's official Instagram account went down significantly following Jinny's departure. Prior to December 14th, which is when netizens noticed the huge change, their Instagram had 1,328 posts. After that, the number dropped to 728. After scanning their profile, fans realized that all solo pictures of Jinny were deleted, as well as pictures of her and other members. Even the pictures from the promotions happening at that time were taken down. The fact that it was done so quickly was very shocking to the fans, and they weren't shy to share their anger. Many of them claimed that although Jinny's contract was terminated, it was very disrespectful towards her, the group, and their fans to delete her pictures seemingly without shame. While Jinny has signed with a new agency, many Nmix fans still miss her as a member of the group. In 2019, B.I found himself in a huge scandal when it was revealed he tried to purchase illegal substances and then openly admitted to it. Several variety shows where he appeared as a guest decided to wipe him out of all of the material they had. B.I was a guest on the show Law of the Jungle in Lost Jungle by SBS, and the company confirmed that even though the other cast members could be affected by it, he would be soon edited out of the episodes. JTBC2, where B.I appeared on the show Grand Budapest, also removed him from their already aired and future episodes. Before he was dropped from these variety shows, B.I.'s profiles on Naver and Dom were changed almost immediately after the news made headlines. Many K-pop fans will remember the awful beginning of 2021 when so many idols were getting into scandals. As we know, IDOL's Sujin was one of them. Following the allegations against her, she was removed from the group's song Last Dance. That year, the group was gearing up to release the said song when Sujin's scandal halted all of their plans. The song was released as a special song for the fan platform Universe, and since the music video and all the promotional material were made back in February of 2021, the group was forced to re-record the song and redistribute Sujin's parts. The platform Universe said this in their statement. Universe discussed with Cube Entertainment about how to proceed with the already produced song and music video, and decided that it would be difficult to fully produce all new content. They listed contractual relationships relationships with the distributors, the partners, and potential losses as the key factors for not producing something new. Universe also mentioned they would re-edit the music video to minimize Sujin's appearance, but that didn't really happen. Sujin was still present in the thumbnail for the music video, and many netizens were unhappy. One of them said, "At least they could have edited her out on the thumbnail. Them not doing the bare minimum speaks loud." Others added that since Sujin was staying out of the public eye because of her scandal, the company should have edited her out as much as possible. Although Jessica departed from Girls' Generation nearly 9 years ago, she still gets removed from old group pictures. In 2021, all 8 members of Girls' Generation appeared on the show You Quiz on the Block. The episode was anticipated by many fans since it was the members' first appearance as a group for the first time in 4 years. There was a part where they were discussing the group's popularity with the hit G, and there was a picture of the Girls' Generation members inserted which showed the ladies wearing their famous skinny jeans. One wouldn't notice anything unusual at first glance, but when people looked closely, they could see that the producers of the show edited Jessica out. In the original photo, Jessica is 4th from the left, but with the new picture, it's like she was never there. Netizens' responses to this incident were mixed. Some of them believed that the producers did the right thing, while others claimed that they simply went too far. When it comes to their music videos, their 2015 Japanese single Catch Me If You Can had to be refilmed completely after her departure. The original video with Jessica in it was leaked back in 2015, and a lot of their fans were happy they could enjoy the original version as well. Yoon Seobin was met with the same consequences after he got into a huge scandal in 2019. He was a very popular contestant on Produce X 101 as a trainee from JYP Entertainment. He was accused of some horrible things he allegedly committed while he was in high school and was also rumored to participate in underage drinking and smoking. JYP Entertainment was quick to terminate their contract with him. He was then kicked out of the company and removed from Produce X 101 by Minette. The episodes that were to be aired at that time were all edited and his parts were removed. Seobin released a personal apology where he denied the high school accusations and was able to bounce back from his scandal and start a stable career as an actor. While the technology now makes all the editing and erasing processes easier, these cases have been happening for years even when the technology wasn't so advanced. In 2012, 2PM's Nikun was involved in a DUI incident where he hit a motorcyclist. Following a terrible backlash from the netizens, Nikun was also erased from some of his projects and advertisements. Nikun participated in Caribbean Bay with other 2PM members and Miss A's Susie, but was quickly removed. Some of his appearances were also edited out of the NBC show Idol Star Olympics, although a few of his appearances had to remain in the show so the production team didn't have to delete big chunks of the material. The show's producer said, "Nikun teamed up with Tiara's Ji-yeon for the table tennis event. We could not edit out that part because the whole game would have to be edited out." The producer added that Nikun's individual interviews would be erased from the show. He said, "We did not have enough time to edit. We have been working without sleeping and have nearly finished. We will try our best so that the audience is not uncomfortable." This just shows that it's not only difficult for the idol, but for all the editors and producers as well, because it usually happens all of a sudden and they have to work quickly and efficiently. Do you think that companies should edit out the members embroiled in a scandal? Let us know your thoughts in the comments.